like everything's in place and the monitoring for the future is there. The county, while they haven't signed on the dotted line, is pretty much in lockstep with this for Gardner to be in charge of it, not the county. And what worries me most about this whole deal is that if I'm on a city council that votes to not annex this property, to abscond, to tell our voters, to tell the people of this community that we didn't have the courage or the wherewithal to stand up and do what we think is right and work with a developer and a corporation to make things happen the way that we have the most control over making it happen. If we say no to this, and even if we say no and then they come back and we renegotiate, we are all of a sudden in a position that we have much less control. Edgerton's going to talk about it. The county's going to talk about it. Burlington Northern can incorporate it out there just like New Century Air Center has. I'm in other parts of this county every day, and people are going, "You're not done with that yet?" And I just totally, it makes my hands sweat to think that we would go back to the constituents of our community and tell them that we don't want you to have a voice. And John, to say that we've got the county commission there that will look after our best interests, man, I have a real problem with that. You think there's politics in Gardner, excuse me, see what you got up at the county level. And I can tell you that they will do what's in the best interest of them and not what's in the best interest of this community. So John, I think, raises some real key points about things that we need to address. The streets and the upkeep of those on the interior. Wastewater is a huge issue. Whether we bring in that other project out there at Clare Road, I don't know. But I don't consider those to be roadblocks. I consider those to be negotiating points. And I think we owe it to our constituents. I think, John, you were elected. Dan, you were elected. Mary, you were elected. Todd, you were elected. And me, I'm just here. But I would hate to go back to say to someone when they have a concern about what's going on at that development, and they come to you and say, what can we do about the trucks? Who's making sure that the air is being monitored? What do we do about this, what's happening over here? And we have to tell them it's not our responsibility. Let's go talk to your county commissioner. We need to step up to the plate and do what's right for the constituents of this community. I'm sorry I get all carried away with this stuff, but if we don't, the future, we are talking the future, 10 years from now, 15 years from 20 years from now. People are saying that about NASCAR. Right or wrongly.
I